Hi folks, Renegade Survival here, doing a video on bugging in. All right. A lot of people, when they think about prepping and survival, they think about all the cool camping gear and all the cool items and the bugging out and the excitement and the rush that comes with bugging out. But in a lot of situations, bugging in is going to be a much better option, depending on the circumstances. So if you're one of those people that just focuses on bugging out, you're going to have a really tough time when it comes down to crunch time and all you have is camping gear and no items to sustain your household. So it's the less sexy side of prepping. It's the less fun side, but it's nonetheless just as important. So if you're serious about prepping and survival and preparedness, then you should watch this video. Okay, folks, so an easy way to get ready for bugging in is to have a bag that has a lot of your supplies already consolidated. So here you just have a standard duffel bag that has a lot of good items for in case I have to bug in. And it's easily accessible, and it could be mobile if I wanted. Even if I wanted to bug out, I could bring it. It could supplement what I have for bug out gear. But for bugging in, this will help me a lot. And this isn't even the tip of the iceberg as far as what I have for bugging in, but this is just to show people what a stay-at-home kit would look like. So let's get into the items. Okay, folks, opening the bag in no particular order. First item, a urination bottle, okay? This is a denatured alcohol stove for cooking. It's a camping item. Wet wipes. Wire to town down gear and equipment. Some D-clips. Some Ziploc bags. Inside of one Ziploc bag, I got about 20 Ziploc bags. Tweezers. An emergency poncho. Paracord. A folding saw. Another cheap cooker you can get at the dollar store. A gas mask. Another gas mask. Another emergency poncho. And here you got a bunch of life straws. These things can filter a lot of water. I have several of these. And here, one of the most important items I consider for bugging out is a water bob. In an emergency, if you think the shit's gonna hit the fan, you put it in the bathtub and turn it on, and it can be drinkable, potable water, or water you just use for hygiene when the faucet stops running. Contractor bags, heavy duty. A Bic lighter. Some duct tape. A giant glow stick. And here you have a collapsible bucket that holds several gallons of water. This is a Presto bucket. And that's it, folks. That's about all you got in that bag. One of many, just one of many items I have. So, okay, folks. So here's some more items here. Very important items. Right here, you have the Luggable Loo by Reliance. It's a great piece of kit, and all it really is a bucket that's also a toilet. And I stuffed it with toilet paper, so it's all part of my preps, part of my long-term sustainment. Some extra blankets can be used for both bugging in and bugging out. Right here is a look at my tool kit. It's pretty extensive, a lot of nails, headlamps, flashlights, bolt cutters, duct tape, a lot of extra duct tape. I'll do a video on this because it'll take too long to do a video on this right now. So, and in addition to that, I have one of these Sterilite things that's filled with freeze-dried food. So right there, that's probably about a month's worth of food. I hope to have about 4 of these filled by next year. So that's what I'm planning on doing. I do have some water over here under my desk and on top of my desk. Over here, I have several USB rechargeable lanterns and flashlights. Already pre-charged. You can get these on Amazon, okay? So yeah, so that is about it. I'm going to move on to the bathroom now to show you my hygiene preps. Okay, folks, so a lot of that stuff in my closet is a little bit more towards bugging out, but a lot of it can be used for bugging in as well. Obviously, the toolkit is great to have. I live in an apartment. I'm on the second floor in a 3-family home, so having a toolkit is essential. Extra nails, duct tape, all that stuff is very important. But really, just bugging in is about just long-term sustainment and long-term supplies. So when you go to your kitchen and your bathroom, that's really the indication of whether you can bug in long-term or not. So I'm not just, preparing for 3 days. I'm preparing for up to 6 months or more of being able to bug in and live off what I have. So let me show you my bathroom, and I'll show you how extensive those items are. All right, folks, there's a look at my hygiene items. As you can see, it's pretty extensive. Long story short, one more trip to BJ's, and I probably have enough hygiene items to last me for my whole life. So Listerine stacked up. We got a lot of this stuff is put in boxes too. In case I do have to bug out, I can just grab them. It'll be a lot quicker. Here's a look at some of those items up there. Also a hygiene kit, field kit. You can get these at BJ's, just, the big packs of the floss. Just buy a couple of them, and hopefully that'll be good for however long you got to bug in. So, extra. I already have soap in these, extra soap. Definitely a lot of toilet paper. I need to have a lot of toilet paper. I have some industrial toilet paper too, which holds more. I have several, I don't know if you can see, but I got about 5 of these 6-pack or 8-pack toothbrushes. So really enough toothbrushes to last my life. So that's a good feeling knowing that. So a lot of deodorant, Kleenex tissues, candles. Candles are also a great thing to have. That's not even my full collection of candles. This is part of it. Industrial paper towels. Got some more stuff in here. I just got some of these cheap, better than nothing. Toothpaste, soap. Probably hundreds of trash bags. Okay. And then finally, a good thing to have too is a lot of flushable wipes. These are great. You can get them for pretty cheap and just stock up on them. So extra TP. Medicine cabinet. Definitely stock up on as many meds as you can. I am looking to purchase more of this stuff. NyQuil, DayQuil, aspirin. Just get as much over-the-counter meds as you can, because you're going to need it when the shit hits the fan. Nasal wash, things you don't really think about. And that could be even more extensive if I wanted it to. I just got to go shopping. So there's a look at it. It's not as extensive as it could be, but it's definitely better than nothing. And that's the goal. So, okay, another prep I forgot to mention is these water jugs. I have 6 of them. They're from Reliance. They hold 6 gallons each. And I have 4 in-house and 2 in vehicle. All filled and prepped, ready to go. Having a good storage of water is very, very important. All right, before I show you any food items, I just want to show you my utility drawer and what that looks like, okay? A lot of extra batteries. It's one thing you got to notice. Ton of AA batteries, okay? Duracell and Energizer, okay? Extra flashlights, headlamps, my Ozark Trail, okay? Those are just backups to what I already have in stock. Tack lights, stormproof matches, just a good stock of a lot of good things. All my tools are in my tool bag. Sometimes a screwdriver and a utility drawer is good, but I got all my tools in my tool bag organized right where I need it, so mostly just a lot of batteries. Okay, one more item in my kitchen before we get to food that I want to just show y'all that's important probably to have is a kitchen fire extinguisher. This one is by Kidde, K-I-D-D-E. It's just good in case, God forbid, there is a fire inside the kitchen, which is the most likely place for a fire to happen. It's just good to have a fire extinguisher, especially if you're bugging in. You're going to be cooking things inside, probably using propane and different things like propane that are going to increase your chances of starting a fire. So just good to have a fire extinguisher in the kitchen. I also have another one that's in the exit of the building. So 2 fire extinguishers. I'll show you that one too. That's a look at that one. So it's at the exit of the building. So if a fire happens, it'll be on the way out anyways, and hopefully I'll be able to put it out with that. Okay, so besides the freeze-dried food, which has a shelf life of up to 50 years, the second most long-lasting, long-term survival food that I have is just canned food, all right? As you can see, a lot of different cans, a lot of different stuff to keep it interesting, but the primary cans I'm going to have is cans of soup. I do have some canned vegetables, but in general, I go with the soup, okay, because it has a lot of calories. So that's right there. It's probably enough food for probably 2 weeks, probably a month for just me, but with my roommate, probably about 2 weeks. So I have one of these Starlight containers here that's filled with beef jerky, okay. Has a pretty long shelf life. This is good for bugging out and for bugging in. But if I had to bug out and go to my vehicle, by vehicle, this would be a very convenient way I could just grab it and go, all right? Beef jerky for days. All right. Definitely good to have. A little bit more canned foods, all right? Canned soup, canned fruit, okay? Yep. You guessed it. Spam, all right? It's cheap, it lasts long. Doesn't last forever, but it lasts long, so definitely a good thing to stock up on. You can see how deep those shelves are, okay? Not ideal, but better than nothing for sure. So if you're prepping on a budget, Spam's definitely a good addition to it. Okay, another prepper staple for long term is rice and beans, all right? So rice, dried beans, okay? The white rice lasts longer. But you can get some whole grain and brown rice mixed in too. But white rice has the longest shelf life, okay, out of anything. And the best way to do it is to put it in food grade containers. But just having a drawer like this, okay, substantial amount of rice right there, okay, that's definitely, and beans, okay, definitely a good thing to have, all right. Right there. That's probably enough food for a month, probably. Okay, so we covered the long-term food, so now we're going into more of kind of the short-term stuff, all right? Just try to keep a good stock of foods and have a good rotating pantry, all right? Buy in bulk, Costco, BJ's, and just even peanut butter. I got right there just 5 jars of peanut butter, all right? Just keep a good stock of stuff. All right, here's my other pantry drawer, okay? So A lot of foods here, a lot of foods you can't even see back there, but I got several boxes of ramen back there. It's hard to see. And then buy the food grade containers too. This is for cereal, okay? They got it for pasta, they got it for bread. That'll help extend the shelf life of your food a little bit. So this is just, you know, a rotating pantry, but it's a good amount of food. So probably another month or two right there. So the goal is to have a 6-month supply of food at a minimum, okay, to be really into prepping. So I definitely have that. Also, having a backup freezer is a good idea. Even in an apartment, right, you can have it. So probably could have a better stock of food right now, but definitely a good addition to all the other foods that I have. So probably another 2 or 3 weeks right there. Okay, so more pantry items. Okay, flour, sugar, granola bars, oatmeal, tea. Okay, sugar has a long shelf life. All right, definitely good. A lot of breakfast stuff here. This is a great pantry. A lot of oatmeal, a lot of sustainment here too. So, okay, more pantry items. All right, a lot of nuts, almonds. It's also good to have protein powder because it has a pretty long shelf life. All right. There's that box of beef jerky. So, protein powder is great to have just so you can get your, you know, your apocalyptic swole on. So let's do it. Then it just comes down to the old freezer and fridge that you have and what you have in there. Okay. These are probably the foods that you start with to eat first, but whatever you got in there, that's what you got. So could have a better stock now, but you saw all the other items I have stocked. So just in addition to it. So, and then whatever you got in the fridge. So whatever leftovers or whatever, that's the stuff you want to probably eat first. So then work your way to more of the long-term survival foods. So start with the immediate foods and then gradually work towards the long-term foods. Can't forget water. Can never have enough water. I got one of these igloo things here too, so if in an emergency I could just fill this up and this would be an extra 5 gallons of water. So definitely good to have, and maybe it's even better to keep it full, but for now it's empty. Last but not least is spices and seasonings. Okay, if you're going to be eating a lot of those rice and beans and a lot of food stocked up like that, it's just good to have different flavorings to keep you from going crazy. Cooking oil, Pam, vegetable oils, honey has a particularly long shelf life. Okay, one of those long-term survival foods, and also vitamins too. Don't forget. Okay, got a good stock of vitamins behind there. You can't really see it, but definitely good and to help with sustainment and also just morale. Food is just better when it's warm and tastes better. So don't forget the spices.